Hi there, Mouseketeers! Welcome to the Disneyland Beat, where our toes tap to a Disneyland drum.
And we always whistle while we work.
Walt Disney himself knew that scents were important in creating magical memories. Just think about the pleasant aroma of baked goods on Main Street or the popcorn carts in the hub, and how much they play into the overall park experience. It's a huge part of the immersion.
And the scent design has carried through and become part of some of our favorite attractions as well. Sometimes the smell is amazing. Sometimes, not so much.
Today, we run down the sweet and sour of the ride scents at Disneyland and Disney California Adventure, ranked from best to worst.
Come on into Disneyland with us.
Like, subscribe, and stick around.
Disneyland is your land.
Come seek an adventure into your pirates, eh?
Make the jump to life.
Soarin' Around the World is the first attraction we can think of to use scents to sell the immersion and narrative of a ride, and we think it's the best smelling one in Disneyland. I know you're thinking about pirates, right? But it's coming, we promise.
Suspended in midair, surrounded by an 80-foot, 180-degree screen, you are taken on a hang-gliding ride around the world, breathing in the grassy savanna of Tanzania, the cool ocean breezes of Fiji, and the jasmine surrounding the Taj Mahal.
Of course, it's always fun to remember it all started with the scent of orange groves and soaring over California.
Monsters, Inc. at DCA has a few subtle scents that we always look excitingly forward to on every ride-through. The smells help to highlight and separate scenes, adding to the overall narrative.
The next time you ride through the Harryhausen's restaurant scene, let your olfactory senses discover the subtle scent of ginger. And near the finale of the ride, as you ride by the row of doors which open to different characters, look for the adorable snowman. If he opens the door, you get a blast of lemon scent, just like his favorite frozen
Snow go? Oh, no. It's lemon.
Okay, here it is. The smell of Pirates of the Caribbean. The scent of this iconic 1967 ride is, for many of us, the defining scent of Disneyland. It's kind of hard, though, to put a finger on exactly one thing that the smell is. It's part bromine, the chlorine-like chemical that Disneyland uses to keep the water clean. It's part smoke and fog from the special effects going, and it's part food from the Blue Bayou, and it's part musty smell of over 50 years of park history.
Now there's new fun and excitement waiting for you at Disneyland. The opening of the Magic Kingdom's most exciting new attraction, Pirates of the Caribbean.
The scent has inspired so many that candles, room sprays, even perfumes have been made so fans can bring the comforting scent of Disneyland home with them.
Overall, we prefer the original version of most rides to the holiday overlays, but we think that the festive version of It's a Small World improves on the idea. For one, it breaks the song up a little, which is nice, and for another, it adds scents to different sections of the river.
There is a coconut smell in the Hawaii scene, there's jasmine in the India scene, and the unmistakable Disneyland during the holidays gingerbread scents that add excitement, fun, and immersion to the classic attraction. And it makes me hungry for cookies every time.
As if the ballroom scene of the Haunted Mansion wasn't enough of a highlight, during the holidays, Disney uses the main table to display a giant gingerbread house, complete with yummy gingerbread scents to enjoy as your doom buggy rolls by.
The heffalumps and woozles don't smell like the intoxicating substance that they perhaps should, but the subtle sweet smell of honey permeates the entire attraction. The scent of Pooh's favorite food adds to the atmosphere in such a wonderful way.
It also gets your appetite craving a visit to Pooh Corner to try and find a little smackerel of something sweet.
Jungle Cruise doesn't have so much of a smell as much as an atmosphere. We've long contended that the highlight of this attraction is the unique tropical green space that has grown up around the ride.
When I close my eyes and think about it, I can smell the water, the decomposing leaves on the jungle floor, and the green leaves growing in Disney's botanical garden. This attraction has mist and humidity that cools the place down, and it hangs around in the shade under the canopy. It's a really pleasant, magical experience.
If Pirates is the quintessential Disneyland scent, the smell of the Disneyland Railroad is a very close second. We are filled to the brim with nostalgia every time we get near that mix of creosote from the tracks, steam, and biodiesel.
When the train passes through the Grand Canyon and Primordial World dioramas, the smell of history becomes very powerful. I'm not sure what it is, maybe it's just the animatronics themselves, but it reminds me of the scent of wandering the Smithsonian museums as a child.
Most of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad just has the dry, musty smell of dust and creosote-soaked timbers, but there's one part that stands out to us. In the scene where the mine is about to explode, there's a burning scent.
The smell really helps to create an exciting climax for the fun roller coaster. Who doesn't want to be in a haunted mine about to detonate with everybody inside?
Just like on Big Thunder Mountain, the only part of Mr. Toad's Wild Ride that has a distinctive smell is the most intense part. You know that part where you descend down into literal into the Inferno room. Sorry about that, Disney.
The blast of heat that comes with the appearance of the scary devil has a hot, dry scent that it's not exactly nice, but it perfectly fits this netherworld scene. Just hope you don't get stuck in that room in a heavy coat.
We adore this little train, especially when riding in the caboose, but one of the reasons for that is the distance from the engine can be a good thing. The diesel fumes can get pretty heavy when making the round on their attraction, and we've learned we don't like riding right behind the engineer.
It's just not a smell that goes particularly well with the miniature fantasy world that's been laid out so beautifully before you. And I mean, since the Disneyland Railroad went to biodiesel, we wonder why can't these engines do the same, or even go fully electric?
And in a similar vein, we'll offer this well-worn thought. The worst smelling attraction in all of Disneyland, in our opinion, it's Autopia. It's just too accurate to what the highway used to smell like in the 80s and 90s. The gas engines kick out noxious fumes that make us want to stay far away from the car in front of us.
It creates this love-hate relationship with the ride. I mean, we love Autopia. It's nostalgic, and we think the Autopia track is one of, if not the best of its kind in the world. But breathing in the toxic fumes does diminish the experience. If they could switch to something greener and much less smelly, then the ride would give me hope in a great big beautiful tomorrow.
Well, that's it for us today. Let us know what your favorite Disneyland smells are in the comments. And thanks so much for joining us for the sights, sounds, and smells of Disneyland today.
We will see you real soon, Mouseketeers.
See you real soon.